Hello, everybody. Thank you again for tuning in to another episode of the Huevos con Weenies podcast. I'm your host, JTheCreator. With me again today is the one and only PurpleSuns. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. How's it
We
going?
pretty good for the most part. Well, no, not pretty good. So today's Sunday. We don't normally record on this day. We usually record on Friday, but you decided to take your wife out to a nice dinner on Friday.
It was going
And,
nice. It was going very nice.
Yeah, and then you decided to go out drinking, and you invited me.
Yes.
And I happily went along because it's a night out in the town. Why? Who would say no to that?
Yep.
So I go out drinking with you guys. We're having a fun time. It's great. Only issue is that the next day, I felt like total shit.
You did too, huh?
Yeah, felt like total shit for a number of reasons. One, I drank too much.
Yes.
2, I got depressed because I drank too much. And 3, I just don't like drinking that much.
Yeah. So when you were getting depressed because you drank too much, what's the I know what's the cause, but how does it lead to depression, I guess you could say.
Gotcha. One could say it might possibly be like just a trigger. Like, I hate to use that word, but
it's a real thing.
It's the one, it's the one most befitting, really. One, because I do worry about being an alcoholic, and when I have nights like that, I kind of feel like it's just like a step closer to that line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm already bordering that line. I would say I'm not drinking every weekend, but the times that I do drink, I just get too crazy, I would say. Even though
you go pretty hard.
It might not be crazy to other people because I'm not.
There's different levels.
Yeah, I'm not like running around yelling at people or anything like that.
Trying to get into fights.
Yeah, nothing like that. It's just just the next day I feel like shit, and that's what triggers the depression. I would say.
And it makes you think like why am I so stupid? Why did I drink so much?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I should have just stopped after the shot.
Because after that moment, when you're actually doing it, it feels pretty good.
Of course,
but then you never think about the next day.
Yeah.
The next day, you're kind of you're receiving the consequences of that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do you remember throwing up?
Yeah.
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 That wasn't the next day though. That was the night of.
It was.
Yeah, when you got home.
From the Uber.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You were in the
I remember
bathroom.
that. I just forgot like what period.
Yeah.
If it was after I passed out and
it was,
then woke up.
It was before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I was relieved when I actually did throw up. It made me feel less
feel a lot better.
nauseous.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just need to let it out. Otherwise, you're just walking around with this nauseous feeling.
Yeah, at some point you have to. You have to force yourself.
Yep. And I don't know what I threw up. Maybe the dinner from that night.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not
I don't
gonna
know if we ate anything.
I'm not gonna go into details about what it looked like or anything because it's kind of gross. But
oh yeah,
I'll tell you
what
after.
throw up isn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so today's Sunday. So are you recovered yet?
No, I would say I'm pretty
Still lethargic.
Still lethargic. Still a little bit depressed, but hopefully that that goes away pretty soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I'm at right now, unfortunately. But now I know I probably just won't drink as hard next time,
definitely.
for sure.
And I always think to myself, maybe just have a few shots and then just ride it out with White Claws, but it never ends up that way. Because shots always seem like a good idea.
Of course, yeah. Plus, it's fun to do,
Yep. Because if we did stick with White Claws, I think there would have been a lot smoother night.
Yeah.
But it did
sure.
lead to some funny moments and yeah, just overall, I guess, good time.
Yeah. We got cut off. The bartender cut us off at the bar.
Because of me.
Yeah. But at least we didn't get kicked out.
Yeah.
It would have been embarrassing.
Well, you've been telling everyone we got kicked out.
Yeah, because it's funnier.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
But if we were actually kicked out, then that would have been embarrassing.
Yeah, usually when one is kicked out, you think maybe rowdy or trying to start fights, things like that.
Exactly.
We decided to leave.
After
they were just going to serve us waters.
After we were cut off. Yeah. I mean, they were lucky, or not lucky. They were nice enough to serve us some waters before we left.
Yep.
but then we just went to 7-Eleven and got more beer.
Gotta love America.
And then drank in the parking lot. The parking lot across the street, not in 7-Eleven itself.
Yep, across the street. And we just pretty much chilled there and we worked on that 6-pack.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I really hope there wasn't, because we were in the parking lot, like right next to the parking lot. It's like right next to a creek or something.
Right.
And, you know, I was like going down there to piss.
Yeah, I heard people down there.
Shit, that was what I was worried about. Now I'm thinking, I was like, fuck. I hope homeless people weren't looking at my dick or anything.
They probably were.
Gross.
Probably peeking around a tree, just looking at it.
Just looking at me, take a piss. Well, hopefully shit. Thankfully, they didn't do anything because, you know, I'll cut this out if we have to. But, you know, your wife went down there to you know, do her thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, luckily, you know, nothing happened to her.
Yeah.
So, you know, crazy people or homeless people are crazy, dude.
They are.
I don't trust homeless people. If you're homeless and you're listening to this, I don't trust you.
You used to be all about the homeless people, though.
I know. What a fool I was.
What changed? Yeah, you were really dedicated.
Yeah,
you were a patriot.
I've said it before on the podcast, but, you know, it's just one of those things that, you know, you're young and you don't really know how the world works. You know, there's just some homeless people that just like to be homeless. They don't want to work.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's fine.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's also a lot of crazy ass homeless people.
Yeah, I can't even imagine the feeling of just having no responsibility, no obligations to paying bills or your rent. It's kind of liberating, I guess you could say. But
you gotta worry about
you'll have to live on the streets.
Yeah. Who the fuck wants to live on the streets?
Someone who doesn't want to worry about bills and rent.
I guess. Or a crazy person.
Yeah.
Which is what most of them are.
Yeah. And, you know, they were let down as well. Some of them were by our education system, our mental health system, government system.
Yeah, because a lot of the mental health wards, or psych wards, I mean, they just get shut down from the government because, you know, they don't want to support them anymore, give them any more money. It takes money to care for these people because, you know, they don't, it's not like they can work. They're crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so then, you know, the psych ward gets shut down and what do? They just, you know, they have to just let them go. Yeah. Like they're wild animals. Just, you know,
they're just walking the streets.
Let them do their thing in the street. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of like crazy homeless, yesterday we were driving around and then there was like a homeless guy like in the middle of the street, like walking towards cars and everything. And he was like this.
Yeah.
Like some fucking Assassin's Creed character or some shit. And then when cars were driving by, he was like screaming shit, like trying to scare them. But yeah, I don't know what his intent was, but when at first it doesn't, and you get kind of frightened because you don't know if this is really a homeless guy. It could just be someone with a gun shooting at cars or some shit. I don't know. He was directly walking into cars.
Yeah. I was trying to find the video, but that reminded me of there was this at first I thought he was homeless, but he was just on drugs. It was this guy. I think it happened like in LA or something, but he was in the street and he was, you know, yelling at cars, hitting cars as they passed by, and then, I think a bus was passing by and he threw a rock at the bus.
Damn.
And he just kept attacking the bus, and then all the people inside got out, and then, you know, they started beating the fuck out of him.
Whoa.
Because, you know, he's going around throwing rocks at cars.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really like some mob justice shit.
Gabby even witnessed a homeless guy throw a brick at a car, and, like on the windshield. It was like in front of like the Olive Garden. The owner of the car was inside eating, so the homeless guy just picked
a random car he decided to throw a brick at.
Yeah, like in the parking lot. And
bro, how upsetting would that be?
I know. You come outside and your windshield has a brick on it.
You're inside enjoying a nice bowl of chicken Alfredo.
Yeah.
With some chicken and
with your unlimited breadsticks.
And then you come out and your fucking window smashed.
Yeah, and he fucking ran as soon as the brick hit the car.
That actually, now that I think about it, that actually happened to my grandpa.
What?
He was eating at IHOP, and somebody smashed his window and stole one of his massage bags.
What?
Because he has, he has a bag with all his massage stuff. You know, it's like, so all I had was like a couple rags and baby oil. But luckily they didn't take anything of value. But
Just
still, a smashed window. He said he had to spend like $200 just to get it
yikes.
fixed.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that'll piss everyone off. Um, so yes, I guess some of them just feel reckless or they just don't care and they
I mean,
want
they're
to
desperate,
cause a little bit of destruction.
or they're crazy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they get this feeling of
Explains it all.
destroying shit because they're crazy.
Yeah, that's why I don't trust them. Don't trust you, homeless people.
Oh yeah, I witnessed homeless people. They do like they put on a show. When I used to work retail, there was always like a couple, a guy and a girl. They were basically at the entrance of the shopping center, and they would sit like on a curb or whatever. And personally seen this. They were like talking, laughing, and when cars would like drive by entering the shopping center, the guy would like wrap his hand around the girl and they just look down, looking really sad.
Okay.
Just to kind of
Gain
make
some
people,
sympathy.
yeah, sympathy, get some of that sympathy money. And then as soon as the cars drove by, they would just like continue chatting.
Fucking
So
bastards.
it's kind of smart, but is it even shitty? I mean, maybe not, but it's a little off-putting, I guess.
I say it's shitty. Like I hate it when homeless people are posted up on lights, on the street lights,
Oh, yeah.
begging for money.
Yeah.
And then, because I don't like to run yellow lights. Like if I see a yellow light, I'll stop.
You stop,
Yeah, I don't want to.
And
I
then
don't
you're
want to take the
stuck there
risk.
with them.
Yeah, and then I'm
trying to-
stuck right next to them. They're just looking at me like, "Hey, man, can you give me some money?" And it's like, no, I'm not gonna give you any fucking money.
And then you have to sit there awkwardly as the
Pretend they don't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretend they're not right. 5
Meanwhile, they're
feet
just
from me.
looking at you.
Exactly. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
It's like, because the argument could be made because people do the same thing in Mexico, but the thing is that people that do it in Mexico, they typically put on a show asking for money,
Damn.
because like you ever see, or like you've been to Mexico, you ever see those people that are like doing acrobatics
Oh yeah,
in the
I've
streets,
seen that. Yeah.
or like juggling balls,
Yeah.
shit like that. They at least try to entertain
I
you
like
for money,
that.
not just beg for money.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there are some people that do beg for money in Mexico, but typically they
They
like
try to work for it.
losing a limb or something.
Yeah.
know
And
what I
there's
mean?
even I've seen people juggle machetes as well.
That's pretty dope.
Like, yeah. So, I mean, they may be dull machetes, but it's still pretty cool looking. And
If only like the carnival business was pretty big in
I
Mexico.
know. Yeah.
Those guys could make a killing.
I mean, there probably is a carnivore.
Carnival.
Here we go again. Carnival industry over there. Over here, we kind of just outright banned them, or they just all kind of just went away. Like the biggest
yeah.
one, the Ringling Brothers, they're no more.
Yeah,
'Cause
because
they're
the
mistreating
thing.
animals.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
rightfully so. I mean, if
Yeah.
the carnival is mistreating animals, then
Yeah.
they shouldn't be
I
in
could
business.
go to a circus without animals. I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, like Cirque du Soleil.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't they just do that?
I don't know.
I heard the Cirque du Soleil shows are pretty dope,
I've
even
never
though they just
been-
use all people.
Oh,
Yeah, I've only ever heard. I've never actually been to one. I
yeah.
hope to though.
I remember we went to Reno. I think they had a circus. They had a circus there. I don't know if they had animals or not.
I think I've been to that circus, and
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't see any animals, but it was
Yeah.
like gambling for kids.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
And Mexico is pretty shady when it comes to animals. I've been to spots where, I guess the marketplace, and there's some shops that have exotic animals. I seen like a little jaguar. It was all black and it was like a bigger cat. You
Yeah.
could tell it was like, that's actually a jaguar.
Yeah,
But they were selling them for like $1,000 or some shit.
that's terrible.
Yeah. But it was like in a cage.
Yeah,
Like who the fuck's gonna buy a jaguar?
nobody.
Maybe cartel people.
Maybe, but at that point, why even keep one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the exotic animal industry is fucking so heartbreaking,
Mhm.
man. I just want to save all those animals.
I know.
But one, I don't have the capital for it. Am I supposed to save every jaguar I see being
even
illegally
then,
sold?
even then you're
They might just get captured again
yeah, that's true.
if I release it back.
If
into
you
the
were to
wild.
buy it, that gives them profit to buy even more animals or
Yeah.
obtain more animals.
Yeah, exactly.
So even though you saved one, you probably just gave them enough profit to buy two more.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks with that, because I think it was might have been in Hong Kong or some Asian country. There is a market for those illegal animals, and it's not like like tigers or panthers and shit. There's some like illegal tortoises that they sell in
Wow.
regular ass markets. But the
Damn.
thing is that there are laws preventing police from doing anything about it. And what I mean by that is, if police are trying to storm a store that's selling illegal animals, right?
Mm-hmm.
The people in the front of the supermarket, they keep watch, and
Ooh.
if
And
they
then
notice
they'll
police coming, they'll do like a shout, let everybody know,
damn.
and then that's when immediately, like clockwork, dude, all the
Mm-hmm.
stores start closing.
Yeah, I've seen YouTube videos like that. It's crazy. They just up and leave right away. They just know how to just put everything away.
Yeah.
I've seen people like on YouTube videos where they kind of filmed, all these different places in the world. One of them was Mexico. There was a marketplace, a legal marketplace where they were selling, a whole bunch of shit, and it was just laid out on the street. There was a blanket under it. But as soon as someone shouted out the cops, then they just rolled everything up, and within like 10 seconds they were out of there. And even though there was hella shit on the ground.
Yeah. What kind of shit was it?
It was like colognes and illegal DVDs and
okay, gotcha. Yeah.
and then there
They-
was
they
just a bunch of stuff, car stereos, things like that.
They do that in Paris as well. I remember I think it was one of my teachers in high school. She told me a story of how she went to Paris, and she was gonna buy some souvenirs from the shop, but they were all pretty pricey. But then as she was walking around the Eiffel Tower area,
Oh yeah.
there was people selling the same souvenirs for a lot cheaper, just out in the street. They're like same method as
Damn.
you. They just had a blanket,
Wow.
and once they saw cops, they just rolled that shit up and bounced.
Yep. I think the blanket is the key here.
Yeah, you have a blanket. Nobody will suspect you of selling illegal goods.
You could literally just grab the blanket from the corners and then just put it on your back and
Yeah,
you get
exactly.
to go.
I think that's how they do it.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I've seen people like had big luggages and they just threw everything in there, closed the luggage, and then it was just they could just roll the luggage.
Yeah, like I understand, you need to do the hustle, or like hustles like that where you're just selling like knockoffs. That's fine, but once it comes to animals, that's when this shit it turns wrong.
Yeah. Even here, the sketchy stuff, they still sell like exotic toucans and shit like that.
Yeah, that's
It
fucked
seems
up.
crazy to me.
Yeah, who the fuck wants a toucan?
I mean, I would kind of want one, but I wouldn't feel good having one
Yeah,
for my selfish reasons.
of course. Not.
I mean, even parrots, the ones that talk. There's a lot of people who own those. I always wanted one. No way I could have one now since I have cats, but
Not only that, but they're very hard to care for.
yeah, they're
Like if you have
temperamental.
Yeah.
They get jealous.
yeah,
They have almost human type emotions.
they could live for 80 years.
Yep. And apparently they are, once they do warm up to you, they're pretty
That's
loyal
it.
to their
Yeah.
owners. So
for life.
if you try to give them away, there's no way. Like a lot of them end up, dying and
Yeah.
getting sick because they're
get,
used
like-
to living with
yeah.
their owner, being around their owner. But yeah, they just can't handle not having that same environment anymore.
Yeah, you got like separation anxiety.
Yep. Yeah. So no parrot for me. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. I also wanted a squirrel as well.
Yeah, you keep talking about this squirrel. I mean, you keep bringing it up.
I love squirrels.
Why don't you just give up on it?
I have to.
You don't know what it's like. Or is it hard to take care of a squirrel? I imagine you've done your research on it.
It's not very hard. Yeah. They also get attached. I've seen videos where people have a squirrel and they actually take them outside and the squirrel just follows the human everywhere he goes.
Okay.
But they're just super jittery,
Of course, the squirrels.
Yep.
They're fucking what's that? They're prey animals.
Yep.
Something's always out to get them.
They would never last if I had one here in my house.
Duh, you have cats.
Yeah.
Cats
But I
would
wonder if
murder
my little cat would even attempt to kill anything because It's like the sweetest cat ever, and he doesn't really kill anything.
I'm sure he would.
Maybe.
He still got balls.
I guess he still likes killing those mosquito hawks.
Yeah, there you go.
So I guess he is capable of doing that. But speaking of this podcast, I don't think we've actually had the new setup on YouTube at all. We were trying to last time. So what you're seeing right now with the new studio setup, this is the first video with this setup.
Yeah, I think we even talked about it on the last one, but the video fucked up. But hopefully this video, everything's a-okay.
Yep, I don't see any more errors on the screen there.
Yeah, so hopefully everything will be fine.
And yeah, as you could see, it looks a lot better than our previous setup for sure.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
But,
We got
we got tables, we got our computers, got our lights, even though there's a big ass shadow behind me, but we'll fix that in
It
post.
still looks better.
Yeah, we'll fix it in post.
Yeah, we'll fix it. Yeah. Well.
But yeah, I know. I'm really liking how the setup looks.
Yeah, and it's a 4K camera.
Yeah,
Although, are we recording in 1080?
Yeah, we're recording in 1080p. Unfortunately, we do not have the right setup to record in 4K. Only reason being is I didn't know this, but when you record in 4K, it zooms in.
It does.
And then, when it's zoomed in, you can't even see like half my body.
Yeah.
And
all you saw were our faces, like
yeah, and then we would have to lean in, like, yeah hey guys. And yeah, so I'm not really sure how we're gonna fix that because that's a space issue, but yeah, maybe in the future we could do like a little higher overhead shot that can really capture the whole picture of us.
Yep. Maybe mount it somehow.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But for now, we're recording in 1080p.
Yep. And then we have a headphone splitter, so we could definitely watch clips soon. I guess I've lost the previous one we had, so can't really watch any clips without it fucking up the audio.
Yeah.
But one step at a time. It's on the way.
On the way, guys.
Yeah.
This podcast is only gonna improve from here on out.
Yep. Oh yeah, we were talking about how much money we've lost in cryptocurrency right now.
I know. I've lost quite a bit of money, unfortunately.
Same here. And I guess there was signs of it going down when Elon Musk started tweeting kind of, I wouldn't say bad things about Bitcoin, just he kind of said it in a way that makes it like a concern for the environment. Like we should really
yeah, like why the fuck is this guy talking about it, man?
Yeah.
Like first he fucked everything up with Doge.
Yeah.
Even though he's, Elon Musk has really been backing up Doge this all started like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Really backed up Doge, right? Now all of a sudden he's talking about Bitcoin, talking about how the environment, blah blah blah. Stupid fuck.
Even though 70% of the energy that is used for Bitcoin is through renewable sources, so it's obviously it could improve, but if you compare it to other industries, I imagine the other industries are using even more.
Of course.
I guess, yeah.
Fucking the gas industry.
Gas industry.
And these assholes over here are talking about fossil fuels. Why aren't you talking about gas?
Yeah.
Like, Bitcoin, fossil fuels. They use renewable energy, fucks.
Yeah.
You don't think any of these guys have solar panels? Like,
no, they don't exist in this world.
It's like shit. All these assholes. I don't know, man. It's like
yeah, and then
Elon Musk just needs to shut the fuck up.
He does.
Honestly. Like he's tricking all these people into investing in Dogecoin,
which is not a very safe investment.
And then he drove the market price down by a lot.
Yeah.
Like here, continue my rant while I look.
And then it was like a snowball effect. Then you start seeing prices go down with everything. And the sad part is, well, I guess not even the sad part, because I kind of enjoy it, is when people were ranting and raving about Dogecoin and how they made so much money. I've seen people on my Facebook feed post screenshots of Doge hitting like 70 cents.
Yeah.
And they were
when
telling
it was at his all-time high.
Yeah, and then they were telling everyone to invest in it, just so they could become rich. And look at it now; it's less than 30 cents. So if you put in like $1,000, you probably only have like $100 right now, most likely, maybe less than that. But yeah, the
Yeah.
way Doge is,
God damn. Yeah, it got even worse. 30 cents right now.
oh yeah. So the way it's set up, it basically makes like what 10,000 coins per minute, something like that, some crazy number. And throughout a 24-hour period, they make like millions of coins. I
Yeah.
don't know the exact number, but it's basically inflationary. So let's say we bought up all the Doge right now, like just everyone just bought it, and then those coins are still, and then we stopped buying it. It won't stop the coins from being produced every day. So
Yeah.
it's inflationary, meaning that there's going to be more and more and more coins coming out, and the value is just going to keep decreasing because there's just a shitload of coins made every day.
So we talked about that before off of the podcast, but we have some cousins that are very pro Doge or Dogcoin, whatever the fuck it's called. I say Doge.
Yeah, I
Is it
think it's
Doge?
Doge. Yeah.
Okay, so we have some cousins that are very pro Doge, and the reason, I don't think they know too much about it. I don't think they know about the millions of coins being produced each day. But the reason why that's bad, if we take a look at history, right? Like after World War One, when Germany was trying to rebuild itself, for whatever reason, I can't remember the specific reason, but they printed out a shitload of money. And they ended up printing out too much money that it essentially became worthless.
Yep.
Yeah. Worthless to the point where the people of Germany themselves were using their money, their now worthless money, to heat up food, keep the stove going on in the
Wipe
middle
their
of the
ass.
night. I don't know about wiping their ass, but if anything, this just teaches us that if they're gonna keep printing out or making these coins, eventually it's all gonna become worthless.
Yeah. Exactly. So there's no way it's a good investment. Like even holding gold would be a better route to go. But the reason Bitcoin is so special is that every 4 years there's a thing called the halvening. So HALVING. That so miners get rewards for creating a block, and let's say this is just a made up number, but like 10 Bitcoin. So in 4 years from that point, it's going to be split half of that. So it's going to be 5 Bitcoin per blocks created. And every 4 years, it just keeps getting lower and lower, where there's like hardly any coins being produced. So it's inflationary, meaning that there's less and less coins throughout the years, whereas Doge is producing basically just the same amount every day.
Yeah. So eventually, from the miners' point of view, the rewards back from solving a block will become too rare.
Yes,
And at that
drives
point,
the prices up.
it won't even be cost efficient to keep their farms going, right?
Well, it will because since there's less coins, it'll drive the price up.
If they find one.
Yes,
okay.
exactly. If the block is created. So even though you're getting less coins, you are now holding on to something that's even more rare. So it's going to make it worth it, in that it's going to be worth a lot more.
Okay.
So that's why people are saying it's going to be worth like $100,000, $500,000 per coin, or even $1 million is the highest I've seen people say.
Okay. But eventually, when the last block is solved and there are no more Bitcoins to mine, all these Bitcoin mine farms, they'll essentially cease to exist because all the coins are already out into the world.
But they could still get rewards for processing transactions. So basically, when you send crypto from one address to another, it requires mining. So they'll still be mining the transactions.
Okay.
So yeah, I send the command saying I want to send money to, JTheCreator here. So someone has to process that transaction.
And that's where the farms come in?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they'll get
until
money
somebody else takes over, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I imagine there's going to be less mining.
Yeah.
because yeah, it's not gonna be as you know.
Yeah.
There's no more coins, so
But then again, at that time, it seems like people are creating coins that are more efficient to send send as a payment than Bitcoin. Because a Bitcoin transaction, how long typically does it take to for the other person to get it?
third, I want to say usually like 30 minutes.
Okay.
A lot of times you get it a lot quicker. There's
Okay.
these things called confirmations, so it depends on the app you have, but confirmations is basically when all the other computers are saying, "Yep, it's really in his wallet. Yep, it's really in his wallet." They're all checking it.
Gotcha.
So the more confirmations, like some apps require you to have like 6 confirmations before it actually shows up, and some just require 1 confirmation, like another computer saying, "Yep, that money's really there." Um, so it just depends on the app you use, but yeah, for it to fully process, probably around 30 minutes or so.
Okay.
So yeah, technically you could spend like as soon as you get it, like let's say it's 2 minutes later, but only has 1 confirmation, you could still send it as long as the app you're using is recognizes that it's there.
Okay.
So, I know it may seem like jargon to a lot of people, but
I mean, whenever, we make advancements in technology, there's always going to be people who either one just don't understand it. Tech illiteracy is a real thing. There are some people that just aren't good with computers.
just like how we are
Um,
with cars.
yeah, like some people are just shitty drivers.
Yeah.
But
Or like fixing cars.
sure. But also there's going to be people that just don't bother to learn.
Oh yeah.
Like a little bit off topic, but this last year, because of the pandemic, old people being stuck at home, not having anything to do, finally learned how to use YouTube, and
Yeah.
it was like this whole new world of content just opened up to them.
Exactly.
Like I saw this video of it was this guy whose dad finally learned how to use YouTube, and he was looking up old Soul Train videos.
Whoa.
And it was just like Soul Train. If you guys don't know, it's like this old ass black show from like the 70s, I think.
Yeah, it just showed a bunch of people dancing to fly ass music.
Yeah, which was, I mean, I've never seen it. I mean, I've only ever heard it referenced in like like TV shows, shit like that. But Soul Train is an American music dance television program which aired from 1971 to 2006.
Whoa.
Shit, I didn't even know
It went that
on.
long?
I guess so.
The fuck?
I mean, they obviously have a demographic, dude, and we don't fall into that
Yeah.
demographic. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's pretty dope. So that's what the video was about. Just this guy's dad. He's obviously old, right? But he was reminiscing of the times when
used to watch
he used to watch Soul Train. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Yep, and even my parents, they know YouTube now and they use it like every day.
What do they watch? Do you know?
My dad likes to watch basically people playing instruments.
Okay.
Like if he wants to learn a certain instrument, he watches that. But as a hobby, he likes to watch, motorcycle vlogs.
Okay.
'Cause he has a motorcycle, so he's kind of an enthusiast. So
yeah, he has a Harley Davidson, doesn't he?
Yeah. So he watches videos about parts on a motorcycle, like what you could upgrade, and then people driving around motorcycles, things like that.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
It's I think I've talked about it on the podcast before, but my grandpa, he watches lions attacking animals.
Lion attacks monkey. Lion attacks
some
cheetah.
sort of predator that just attacks another animal.
Gotcha.
It's so weird. Like there was another Animal Lane that he decided to watch. It was like dingoes. It was dingoes attacking like some sort of deer or something. It's like the freak, but I admit it's actually pretty interesting to watch.
Oh yeah,
these dingoes, they like travel in packs of like 20.
Damn,
you know
dingoes.
I mean? Yeah.
Wow.
Or dingoes, or he also watched hyenas as well. Hyenas are the shorter, fat-bodied looking dogs.
They're vicious.
And dingoes, I think they're like a little bit taller.
I think, don't hyenas have the strongest bite out of any animal?
I think so.
That's crazy.
Let's see.
And they're fucking
dingoes.
vicious.
Yeah. It's weird. Dingoes look like Just regular Shiba Inus, except
do?
they're skinnier and taller.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's weird.
Are you able to put one on the screen here?
Yeah. Let's see.
Dingoes, do they have those?
That's
Okay.
what they look like. Can you see on the camera? Kind of.
probably
I'll edit that in. Fuck it,
Okay.
I'll edit it in.
What's the dog where they have chinky eyes? It looks like they have chinky eyes. I could have swore that was a dingo, but maybe not.
think
Obviously, it's not a dingo.
Yeah.
But I remember there being like a strange chinky-eyed dog. And not like one of those. It's more, it looks like it comes from Australia. Or put Australian dog. Let's see what comes up. And let's see. No, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of fucking dog you're thinking about, but
That kind of looks like the dog from Far Cry.
which one? This one?
The dog that you were just on. Or I guess the one that you're on too. Yeah, it looks like the dog that you have during gameplay.
Oh, okay. It might be. Australian cattle dogs are pretty popular. Also known as the sheep herding dog, if I remember correctly.
So if I had sheep, this would be a good dog to have.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that second picture right there? Yeah, that one. Oh no, it's the same dog with different spots.
It's funny because like farmers, these dogs are pretty popular with farmers for that reason. You know, sheep herding, cattle herding,
Gotcha.
shit like that. And whenever one of them gets lost, they offer like up to $10,000 to get the dog back.
So they must be worth a lot.
They definitely are worth a lot of money, especially if they're correctly trained to herd cattle and sheep and the like. But not only that, but you know, it's like a family dog at that point. You know, because he's helping you out every day on the farm.
He's like a fucking hard worker.
Like a member of the family. Yeah.
Yep. So Australian cattle dog.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah. So he watches, you know, like some sort of predator video, but he also started watching Buyless. Buyless that happened in Mexico.
Oh,
like
okay.
In Mexico,
like big
there would
dances and
be
stuff?
they would have like neighborhood concerts, right? And there would be like some guy there recording everything.
Yep.
Or he watches like quinces. You know, sometimes they have like just some dude at a quince with a camera who's like just recording, you know, what kind of music they're playing and the people dancing and shit.
Yeah. Dang, it's kind of fascinating seeing what other people watch.
Oh yeah, and then they also watch. I forgot the name of this guy, but it's a Mexicano. He goes around. He lives in San Diego. He goes around neighborhoods, picking up the shit that they don't want, and then he resells them.
Wow.
Like one time he found a gaming chair, and it was like a $400 gaming chair. But the reason why the person threw it out is because the material on it was like all worn out. But he's like, you know,
could still sit on it pretty comfortably.
He would, yeah. He said that he was gonna send it to Mexico and have them redo it.
Oh hell yeah!
Because you know, you just need the fabric and you know, somebody with skills and they could fix it.
Yep. I mean, the base is all there.
He got it for free, you know. So like, yeah,
that's awesome.
So we're talking like, I mean, that was that one time he found a gaming chair. He's not finding gaming chairs all the time, obviously.
That could be like a side hustle.
Yeah. So he's like picking up, you know, like drawers, dressers, chairs. Old toys.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you go to the pulga and
you find a lot of interesting shit out there.
Shit like that sells. Somebody will buy it.
Oh, yeah. That's what Louis does too. He basically obtains items or he has items and then he just sells it for a profit on Craigslist.
Yeah.
But he basically said people will buy anything. Like things that you would typically throw away or things that you may find worthless.
Yeah.
People will
somebody
pay
out
for
there
it.
will buy it.
Yeah. So he's always like dealing with Craigslist or in Craigslist transactions, just you know, selling helmets, boots, anything. I wish I had a knack for that. I always try to sell shit, but I never really get any positive things.
It also helps that he lives in an area where
there's a lot of
motorcycles, cars, shit like that is like actually valuable to people.
Yeah. What did I have? I feel,
you know, if you were to sell a motorcycle helmet over here, I don't think it would be as easy. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, I sold. I guess the last transaction I did over Craigslist was one of those Super Nintendo classics, like the mini ones. I think that's what they're called.
Okay.
And yeah, someone messaged me right away, and then I just had them meet me by my work. And yeah, he gave me cash money for it. But
Nice.
that's the last one I did. That was like almost 2 years ago.
Shit, just for one of those. Or at the time they had like a shortage of them, didn't they? Because they went out of stock pretty quick.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It was pretty easy to sell that. I guess depending on what you have.
Was it just cool to just use, but then after the
Yeah,
nostalgia just wore out, you were
we
like,
didn't really play it,
"Oh,
although
fuck
we
it,
thought we were.
yeah,
But yeah, eventually you just get bored of it.
yeah, definitely. Like it's cool in the moment, but you
No way you
just
could.
eventually get bored of it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about because I was able to get a PS2 emulator on my computer, and I was at the beginning I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna play so many PS2 games, and now like I barely use it. Like imagine if I actually spent the money buying an actual PS2.
Oh
and
yeah.
specifically those games.
I wonder how much they cost these days. They probably sell it as, like an antique or some shit.
Maybe.
Retro. As long as you slap any type of words like that, they'll sell it for a high profit.
Like let's see. Here's a pre-owned one. Sony PS2, the slim one, $80.
See, that's still pretty
another
damn
one's
high.
like $150.
Yeah, that's pretty high.
Yeah.
Or something that should cost like $5 or less.
Yeah, because who the fuck's playing the PS2?
Right. I
No.
guess, I mean, the idea is kind of cool, buying an old system and just knowing that there's just a shitload of games out there and you could probably buy the games for pretty cheap. That's probably a cool feeling.
Yeah.
But something about playing modern games makes it so that playing older games are kind of like, it's not aging well.
Exactly.
Because newer games kind of introduce new mechanics and they just have a different feel to them now.
Yeah.
Like with old games, like they didn't have any sliding. Like if you're playing a shooter, you can't slide on old games.
Oh yeah. And now sliding is like a integral part of gameplay.
Exactly.
Like you have to do it. You have to slide.
Right. Or some games didn't have like dual weapons, where you could have two weapons or like two weapons in your hand.
Yeah.
The other one, like the old games, they just had one gun in your hand and dual.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's just nitpicky stuff. There's a lot of people who do play classic games. They do have YouTube channels for that and Twitch channels.
Yeah, that's fine, but it's just not my thing,
Yep.
It's kind of like well, no, not kind of like, this is something entirely different, but the PS5, right? One of the best-selling consoles. Even when they were out of stock, people were still buying them at ridiculous prices.
Fuck.
People were like paying $5,000 for a PS5, dude.
Yikes.
It's fucking ridiculous for something that costs $500 just because they were out of stock.
How is it lately? Is someone able to buy a PS5 now?
I'm sure if you look around, you would be lucky enough to buy one, but
so it's still pretty
I think,
uncommon to find online without paying astronomical prices.
I would say so. I mean, it didn't help that they released when COVID was at its peak,
I'm assuming the same goes for the new Xbox as well.
I think actually
that might be easier to get a hold of.
Xbox, yeah. From what I heard, the Xbox, or I don't even know what the new Xbox is called.
Me either. I'm thinking like Xbox Elite or no, Xbox One X. No, it's weird. Their naming conventions suck because the new one has a similar name to the old one. So a lot of people were buying what they thought was the new Xbox when really it was the old one. Yeah. So Amazon actually, like if you go to the bestsellers, like Amazon bestsellers, if you go to the console page, it says like what's trending basically, and the old Xbox was trending on the day that the new one came out. So everyone thought that they were getting the new console, but they were just getting the old one, and it boosted the old console up in the Amazon charts.
That's such bullshit.
Yeah, and seeing that, people were clicking on that and then buying it because they thought that was the new console.
Yeah. So it looks like the new console is called Xbox Series X.
There we go.
Yeah.
The old one is like what? They had an X. I don't think it was a Series X. I thought it was like a 1X or some shit.
Xbox One. Yeah, I think so. Xbox One.
Yeah, no X.
I don't think so.
I could have swore it had an X.
Or yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't keep up with Xbox like that, to be honest. I'm more of a PS5 fanboy.
Gotcha.
You know. But let's see. What was I gonna say?
Yeah, as of late, I've been digging the PS5, even though I don't have one. I'm saying I kind of think they have the better games right now.
What little games they have, yeah. Which is
Yeah.
such bullshit. So I'm still waiting on buying a PS5, or like even if I could buy one, right? There are no games right now that I would
Right.
be interested in playing.
The cool thing that Microsoft did do, which they own the Xbox, by the way,
Mhm.
if you guys don't know, that they bought the company that
Bethesda.
yeah did I think they bought the parent company of Bethesda, which includes all the Bethesda, obviously Bethesda. But I forgot what that company is, but it includes multiple different studios that create games. And yeah, they're gonna have some damn nice exclusives, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, fucking PlayStation 5 was already doing, obviously PlayStation exclusives like
Mhm.
God of War.
Oh yeah,
Shit, what's another one?
that's one game I always wanted to play, God of War.
Oh, dude, God of War is sick.
Yeah,
Fucking loved it. I can't wait for the next one to come out.
yeah, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, because a little bit of spoilers here, but right, the God of War series was the original trilogy that came out on PlayStation.
Mhm.
And when the trilogy ended, right, we were left with like a little Easter egg at the end showing that they would be making more.
Nice.
And I think it was like when did the new God of War come out? I think it was like 4 years ago now, maybe.
The new one? Oh yeah.
Let's see.
So far they haven't released the next gen game, have they?
No, they're still making it, but the last one, it came out in 2018.
Okay, so not too long ago, but just long enough.
Yeah, so the last one was a real setup for the new God of War world, right? Because if you, do you think you'll ever play the first three?
Probably not. I would probably just
All
start
right, so I just tell you.
on the
Yeah. Okay. So basically, the whole premise of God of War is that Kratos, the main character,
Okay.
he was sent to kill the actual God of War. I forgot what their name was, but he comes to find out that he's betrayed by his father Zeus and the other gods under him. So he decides to take revenge and kill all of them, which he essentially does by the third one.
Dang.
Yeah, but in doing so, he was stabbed in the stomach, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then the Easter egg at the end is that you see like a blood trail going out into the ocean, and then it just ends.
Whoa.
And then when God of War 4 came out, he was like transported to a whole nother world, which they never explained. But it's eventually gonna explain it.
Gotcha.
I would assume. But he ended up meeting another woman in that new world, but she died unfortunately. But it left him a son.
Okay.
And the first one was essentially him and his son building their relationship and setting up the stage for all these new games.
Whoa.
Because the creators talked about how they're potentially gonna like meet other gods, so like Egyptian gods.
Oh my god.
Other Nordic gods.
I'm sold.
Shit like that. So it's gonna be. I'm super hyped for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So is the main character in that game, is he some sort of god or is he human?
He is. Because he was made into a god due to him completing a task by Zeus.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, by him killing the old God of War, I guess that makes him the new God of War.
Gotcha.
I mean? But then again, he killed all the other gods.
So in one of the games, he started out as a human. Like you could play.
Originally, he was a human.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he was a Spartan warrior.
Gotcha.
But his wife and his daughter died. I forgot who killed them, but they died, and that's when he decided to take revenge against the gods, probably for killing his wife and daughter.
Oh yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah, one of the best character designs too. The dude just looks fucking badass.
Oh, he is, man.
Yeah,
he is.
And the whole story, the mythology,
it's fucking dope.
Fucking dope.
Like honestly, I feel like playing a replay of God of War.
Oh,
shit, it would be awesome.
Yeah, and I'm hoping this is. I may be optimistic here, but Sony has been slowly kind of experimenting with the PC gaming market.
Yeah.
So they've been releasing some games.
Yeah, like Horizon Zero
Oh
Dawn,
yeah.
another great game, got
Mhm.
released on PC, and
Yep.
just recently they finally cleared up all the bugs, so there
Nice.
should be no issue
Was there
playing that.
another one, or am I? Maybe that's it. I could have swore there was like one more that they did, or maybe they're planning to. But yeah, they basically released some info to the stockholders. One of the info is they are experimenting with the PC market, and they're basically just let them know that they are optimistic about you know business in releasing games
Yeah,
in that you know industry,
yeah.
which
So
makes me excited, which makes me think, well, I'm hopefully they release God of War on PC one day.
the other game, along with Horizon Zero Dawn, that was made available on PC was something called Days Gone.
Oh, okay.
So apparently that was a PS4 exclusive that they decided to release on PC,
Okay.
but they do have other PlayStation games. Obviously they're not PS
Like developed by
or
Sony.
the following list includes games developed by independent teams which were originally funded and published by Sony. So they might have been
Okay.
like Beyond Two Souls, Death Stranding, Detroit Become Human.
Yep, I played that one.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah,
So yeah, there's a
couple
ton of
others.
developers that had exclusive deals with Sony, published by Sony, so obviously they still had to get their permission to release these games. There was a contract.
Yeah,
So that tells me, something very good. If you're a PC gamer,
I mean
it's good
definitely
news.
Sony has been fucking killing it.
They've been killing it.
They started releasing some of their games on PC, which I can't wait for. Hopefully, God
Mhm.
of War is in that rotation.
And everything just runs
Um,
better on PC.
they've been trying to acquire Crunchyroll, which I'm fucking hoping for because
Mm.
the Crunchyroll app on my TV fucking sucks, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like hell yeah, like this shit just randomly crashes
Ah,
sometimes.
like
Sometimes it
that.
won't play videos, and then the UI sucks too. I
Mm.
hate apps with a terrible
Do you have
UI.
a Roku or
I
what?
mean,
What
it
platform
was
is
a
it
Fire
on?
Stick.
Fire Stick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the website is dope, obviously, because
Right.
it's a website. It doesn't compare it to an app, but
Yep.
still, they gotta fix that
They
shit.
need to iron out those kinks.
Yeah, and
Yeah, if they
then
were acquired by Sony, that's way more funding for them.
hell yeah, but it hasn't officially gone through because they're having an issue with the government, a monopoly kind of thing, because
Mm.
they already bought out Funimation a while back, but now they're buying Crunchyroll,
Mhm.
and the government's argument is that they'll essentially have 70% of the market because
Oof.
I don't know why they listed Netflix as the only other anime streaming platform because it's not.
Right.
But there haven't been that many Netflix funded animes.
Right.
Like I know they recently came out with one about a black samurai, but that's the only one that I can think of.
Is that the one with Samuel L. Jackson?
No, that's the actual anime called Black Samurai, but
Oh.
or Black
Isn't it Black
no,
Samurai?
no, Afro Samurai.
Afro
Yeah,
Samurai.
yeah, my bad.
Okay.
Oh shit, my bad.
Bl-
My bad, everybody listening to this. Yeah, yeah. So with the one with Samuel L. Jackson, that's Afro Samurai.
okay.
But Netflix released an anime with an actual. It's based on a true story. In Japan, there was a
Oh.
slave that had. I think the story is that he escaped to Japan or something,
Okay.
or he was bought
Ooh.
by somebody in Japan.
That's an
And
interesting
they
premise.
trained him as an actual, like it's based on a true story, and they showed photo of the
What?
actual guy.
That
Yeah,
is
there was
crazy.
at one point in time there was an actual black samurai.
What?
But then again, you know, uh, just a shout out Mexico. Apparently, like there was some Japanese people that had traveled to Mexico and had stayed there for quite a while. So
What?
at one point in time, there could have been a Mexican samurai.
Damn.
That would have
Wow.
been fucking dope.
Yep.
But and then we had guns and shit. And we're like, man,
Right.
why the fuck am I gonna use a sword?
Yep. Man, that would be cool seeing a Mexican samurai.
Yeah.
Or maybe there was one, but he was so underground that we never even heard about it.
Maybe, yeah, doing
Who
like
knows?
secret assassinations and shit.
Yep. Like, I mean, there was no real publishing out there during that time where
Yeah,
things could, now we have social media. Things are just put out there. And then we have newspapers, but even during the samurai times, there ain't no fucking newspapers.
It's true.
So maybe this Mexican samurai was killed during battle, and then he was never heard of again because his whole crew got wiped out.
Exactly. And to answer your question earlier, the parent company that Microsoft bought was called ZeniMax.
There we go. Now
ZeniMax.
ZeniMax owns tons of studios, which
Yeah, we're
includes
looking at fucking
Bethesda.
Bethesda, and they own the Elder Scrolls, Fallout,
Yeah.
Doom.
Yeah, it includes id Software, if I'm not mistaken.
I would imagine if you're buying the whole company.
Yeah. So yeah, how much did they purchase them for? Billions.
Shit, I think it says
My guess is
7.1 billion
okay.
or 7.5.
And it's smart because they also have the Game Pass. So a lot of these games are now on Game Pass as well, and it's
Yeah.
super cheap. It's like $10 a month. A lot of the times you could get 3 months for free if you look out for those promo codes. But you basically could play the latest games and just pay a monthly fee of $10.
Yeah, I know, and I'm pretty hyped. Only because obviously Bethesda now has clear funding after
Mhm.
being bought out by Microsoft,
The giant.
and that only means the Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna be fucking dope.
Ooh, yep. One of the ones I haven't played was fucking what's the latest one?
Skyrim?
Skyrim.
You haven't
I-
played Skyrim?
I played about 30 minutes of it and then
Just
stopped
gave up.
playing. I didn't give up because I think I got it for a good price, and that included many other games that I purchased. So I was
Yeah.
kind of just
You
playing
played
them
the
to
other
see how
ones,
it
yeah.
was, and then just I guess I never booted it back up.
Gotcha.
So I just have it in my library, but that's about it.
You should introduce your wife to Skyrim. Maybe she'll like it.
I mean, yeah, women tend to like those
It's
games
a
too.
chill adventure game.
Yep.
I fucking loved it. I've logged on so many hours of it.
Right.
You know,
And it's better than Oblivion, right?
I haven't played Oblivion. I mean, debate is out on that.
Yeah, Oblivion
in
was
the
classic.
Elder Scrolls community. Yeah, some people really love Oblivion more
Mhm.
than Skyrim, but me personally, well, then again, I'm biased because I've only ever played Skyrim.
Right.
I like Skyrim.
And I've only ever played Oblivion. So I'm biased too. Yeah, I logged so many hours on Oblivion. It was crazy. And I had the original copy when it was rated T for teen, and then they eventually were struck down with some fines, and then they had to rate it
I'm pretty
M
sure.
because apparently when they rate these games, the people rating it, they don't actually play the game. They're just watching footage of all the
Yeah.
content that the developers think may be like the worst kind of content. Like if it's controversial, they'll show it in the video clip or this. I imagine it's like one big roll of different things that happen in the game.
Yeah.
And apparently they didn't show the part where there was like a guy hanging naked. You know, he was all bloody or whatever.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Makes sense because same thing happens in Skyrim.
Yep.
It can get pretty brutal at times.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was. So I wonder. I don't know how long it was rated T for until they changed it, but maybe several months. There I go again. Well, at least it was near the end and not the beginning.
Yeah.
But yeah, super excited for the new Elder Scrolls.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, we're not gonna get it for many years.
Where are they at right now?
They announced it back in E3 in 2018, but from what the internet says, as of May 10th, so oh shit, only like 2 weeks ago. Oh no, last year, May 10th. I forgot it's 2021.
Yeah.
Last year they said years from now,
Okay.
so
Damn. Well,
maybe like another 5.
yeah. Well, it
probably.
is a huge game too with different,
Oh,
just
yeah,
so many
the-
dynamics.
Yeah, the map
and-
for Skyrim was one of the biggest maps in gaming history.
Wow.
Like it's fucking huge.
That's
And I
some-
can't imagine what the map is going to look like for
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls 6.
It's gonna be crazy.
Plus it's probably not in a priority right now cuz they do have Elder Scrolls Online that
They're making a
they
shitload of money
really they really back up,
from. Mm-hmm.
So
it's kind of what happened to Rockstar and Grand Theft Auto. I have a feeling a new Grand Theft Auto would have been released by now had it not been for Grand Theft Auto Online. Now that's basically their big generator, money generator is.
Yeah, they make a shitload of money from GTA Online.
And people still play it. Lots of people, and a lot of people are doing the role play thing now,
The role play
which is
thing
really
is so
popular.
fun.
Yeah,
Honestly, we should do that.
that'll be fun.
Like because I was trying to convince one of our cousins to get, a PC, but he's been so wishy washy on it.
Right.
So I've kind of given up.
Yeah.
I've just been telling him about dope ass online games that you could play.
He
And one of
keeps
them
saying
was
he's gonna get a PC, but he
GTA
never
5
does.
RP. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we should do that.
But
GTA Online.
yeah, I mean it's just a mod.
Yeah.
You know? I'm sure it shouldn't be too hard to figure out.
I love the ones where they pretend to be cops and stuff, and then there's people like breaking laws and shit,
Yeah.
and they're being
It's
arrested.
just fucking cool, dude.
And it goes through the whole process. You get booked into processing at the police station. You're in a fucking.
I mean,
you're
people,
in a cell.
yeah, you could fuck around in that game, but people take it pretty seriously
Yeah,
when it comes
they'll
to
boot you
role
from
playing.
the server
Yeah.
if you don't
Yeah.
act in character.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you start ruining it for other people, there's people that can just boot you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be down to really, role playing the video game for sure. Seems really fun. Yeah, and I do have a new computer on the way, so that'll help.
Yeah, with those upgraded graphics and all that shit,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have a good fun time gaming.
Yep. So the times that I did jump onto GTA Online, it was havoc. I jumped in and I got killed immediately several times.
Yeah, that's the annoying part about regular GTA Online is that, sometimes you're not going in there to fuck around and kill people. It's
Right.
just, you're just trying to chill.
Yep.
Maybe you're just hanging out with your friends, pretending to, play a character or whatever.
Exactly.
And then, there's just some asshole running around killing everybody.
Exactly.
Fucking sucks.
That's exactly what happens. And then, yeah, in order to have cool shit, you have to pay. You have to, cough up some money from your wallet.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. It's so fucking hard to make money. Like you have to really put in the hours and do missions and shit.
And and that's where their revenue comes into play. That's where a lot of people spend their money.
Yeah. Why grind doing missions when you
just pay for it?
Yeah, when you just pay for it.
Yeah.
That's what's bullshit.
People pay thousands of dollars for shit.
Exactly.
That's crazy. And then there's also Red Dead Online, although I've never tried that.
Yeah, I've tried playing it. It was all right.
Oh, okay. It just seems kind of fun doing missions together on a horse and shit.
Yeah.
But probably not as good as GTA Online.
I don't think so.
Although I don't hear like any
shit.
Yeah, I don't hear any things coming out from I still hear about GTA Online to this day, but I don't hear much for Red Dead.
Yeah. Let's see. Global active users for Red Dead Online. Come on, get rid of this
solid
stupid
numbers.
The stupid cookie manager bullshit. Number of, let's see. So for PlayStation, there's about 1.3 million people. Million active people.
Million active people on PlayStation?
Yeah, active, not inactive.
So, I mean, that's still a shitload of people.
Yeah, and then for Xbox, it's 1.8.
Okay, so it's still
That's
quite
in
popular.
a 4-month period of April to July of last year.
And that's okay.
Still quite a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sure GTA 5 has bigger numbers.
Yeah, let's look up those numbers.
Active user. This is why we need an intern to do all this stuff.
I know.
One article claims that GTA Online has 8 million weekly active users.
My God.
So
imagine the profit, man.
I know.
That's crazy.
Fucking A.
And that's why you still see GTA like on a lot of like deals during when does Steam have their sales? You could get GTA on or GTA 5. Is it 5?
Yeah.
Okay, GTA 5 for like $5. But then that's where they get you to does Rockstar have to approve the sales, or I don't know, man. Cuz I wonder if they're selling it at a cheap price so they could get people in, and then once they're in, they'll have opportunities to purchase in-game goods, and that's where they make their money.
True.
But I'm sure they made all their money from production already anyway, so
let's see. Right now they're selling it at $30. You can get it at $30.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that seems expensive to me for a game that old, but people still play it.
Oh
What?
yeah, because on that one time on Epic Games, we were able to get it for free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I imagine Rockstar has to say, yeah, you could do it. You could release it for free.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah, because the more active users on your game, the better.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like with what happened with Among Us. To you, yeah, we played it.
Among
before.
Us, yeah.
Yeah, because
Is the new map out yet?
yeah, a bunch of shit's changed.
Oh fuck.
But the game Among Us, the basic premise is that there is 2 killers on a spaceship,
Mm-hmm.
along with 5 other people. So 7 in total, or sometimes possibly more.
Are you still in a spaceship on the second map?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically what you have to do is they have to find out who the imposter is and vote him out, and then you win the game. But if you fail to find the imposter and he ends up killing all of you, the imposter wins. And this game was created, I think like 2 years ago. And
it wasn't very popular when it released.
Was not popular at all. I think it sold for like $5,
Mm-hmm.
right? But then, let's see, it came out in 2018, so it spent like a year and a half struggling to have, I think, less than 10 active users at a time. But then, all of a sudden, last year during the pandemic, a couple streamers found this game,
Mm-hmm.
and then they blew up to like 2 million active users.
Yep.
And that's when like all the fucking money started pouring in.
That's amazing.
And, it took them a while to make up new maps and shit, but they've been doing it, and good for them.
Yep. And they had a small team too.
Oh yeah, I think it was like a team of like less than 5 people,
Mm-hmm.
which is fucking ridiculous for a game with a community of that size.
Right. Yep. Another game that blew up was the one that we always play, which I'm forgetting right now what it was called.
Cuisine Royale?
No, the one where you're a jelly bean.
Oh, Fall Guys.
Fall Guys. That one didn't start out like Among Us, but it did grow very popular because of streamers. Because a lot of streamers had an early copy, and then tons of people saw it, and it became very popular, and it went viral. And similarly, it was a smaller studio, and now they just have a shitload of money from people buying the game. Don't know the numbers now, but that's another studio that got quite a bit of money from just the popularity.
I mean, their active users definitely went up after those streamers, because the game released last year in August. It's not that long ago. You could get it for $20, but you really get your money's worth, because once you have the game, they have a battle pass. Yeah, they have a free battle pass. Like other games, they have battle passes that you typically have to pay like $10 for, but this one's just one and done. You get
that's awesome.
Free battle pass with every new season that comes out.
That's what all games should do.
It definitely should, because
if I'm paying for the game, I mean,
but
just give it all to me.
With Call of Duty Warzone, I'm paying like $10 every time a new season comes out. So that's like every 2 months.
Yep.
And then sometimes I don't even grind like that, because the game is so frustrating.
Right.
And I end up not getting all the rewards from the battle pass.
Yep.
Which is stupid.
Waste of money.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's revenue coming in for them.
Yeah.
So.
Time are we at?
We are 108.
All right. I think that's a good way to end the podcast. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the Huevos con Weenies podcast. Hope you guys like our new setup. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Follow us on social media at Gone Weenies. That's Instagram and Twitter at Gone Weenies. I'm JTheCreator. Catch you guys later.